Okay, I've known Nellie since the 70s. We just went to the same readings, and I, and then I moved up to Petaluma in 99, 98, somewhere around there. And I hadn't seen her for a while, so I got involved with the Petaluma Poetry Walk, and I invited her up about 8 years ago, just because I hadn't heard her in a while, and I really wanted to. So I'm going to do a couple of her poems. One from her last book, which is the next one that Robert read. This is the one across from it. Never would I have guessed that poetry would envelop and expand my world when I, wide-eyed, loved the Bobbsey twins, Wonder Woman leaping over cities faster than lightning, illuminating my girlhood fantasies of good and evil, with Ma and Baba clapping at movie villains, losses, when love triumphed, when guy got girl, always the movies brought escape from working in our great China restaurant. Ohs and ahs emitted from our lips, forgetting our yellow lives for 2 hours. Poetry was no interloper. Gypsies, pensioners, boxers, jewelry salesmen ate, laughed, even gamblers, butchers, and prostitutes, such effervescence for my 10-year-old eyes. Oh, they warred and loved these, our customers, some illegal, some of humble and modest means, occupied my world then and now. They emerge as I smell Ma's donuts frying, grateful for poetry, however it rises. And I really like this one too. It's called, this is from the book she did with Jean Powell, Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner. Typing the menu. Not a day goes by when Ma, in her blue waitress uniform, stops me reading the Oakland Tribune to dictate precisely at 3:30 p.m. the next day's menu. All right, Ma says in English. Tomorrow we'll serve baked spaghetti, beef stew with potatoes and carrots, fried breast of lamb and boiled ox tongue with Spanish sauce. My mouth waters as she decided the next day's special. Ma doesn't need to say breaded veal cutlers, fried oysters, or prime rib of beef, because these were always on the menu every day. Though I can write in shorthand, I scribble the specials in longhand and step down from Baba's office and insert a piece of paper into the old Royal typewriter. I type tomorrow's menu, watching the purple letters spring up like soldiers marching in unison, filling the paper, such plums and grapes for our daily lives. I proofread carefully the typed menu, making sure I typed the correct specials that Ma dictated, making sure that each item was spelled correctly just from memory, because spell check was a futuristic ploy. with the labor of my fingers, my eyes, my back, staring at the list of items that range from halibut steak for 50 cents to prime rib of beef for 95 cents, knowing that my fingers help to support the family, my secretarial skills, a blip of the family business known as the Great China Restaurant, Ai Zhong Hua, at 723 Webster Street in Chinatown, Oakland, California. When my sisters and I labored without wage, but survived with tips and Ingu Farm, beef over rice, served us by Bok Gung, the head cook, when Ma and Baba weren't looking. When World War II filled the Great China with customers, Pinky of Millen's Jewelers, Mr. Carlson's of Carlson's Confectionery, Johnny the boxer and his girlfriend Lucille with her ruby red lips and white teeth, Thiong Doi, single men, families, pensioners, workers from gas stations, the parachute factory, the herb and poultry stores, tenants from the Aloha Hotel, gypsies with their love for bowls of steamed rice overflowing with gravy. Typing the menu, a job I didn't apply for, but became mine in between making coffee, milkshakes, and lettuce and tomato salads. Anxious for tips that filled the glasses kept beneath the Formica counter, understanding even then that money grew not on trees, but through our labor, typing the menu, drying silverware, stringing string beans, refilling granulated sugar jars, washing the coffee urn on tiptoes, sweeping, mopping, Baba inventorying and planning the next day's supplies, vegetable oil, flour, 50-pound sacks of rice, flank steak, cello, the Great China Restaurant, our second home, sandwiched between regular school and Chinese school, our days of wonder, questions, fatigue, anticipation, and simmering American dreams.